All right, we're going to do the second day of the 11-11, and we're just going to tune in and do this every day. Let me tag a few people here. Do. All right, tagging in a few people. Okay. All right, so this is going to be a continuation. Every day we're going to be checking in at 11:11. I'm in a better place today, so the Wi-Fi connection should be stronger. I was trying to do it outside yesterday. So I totally believe that our energy, our consciousness affects the world. And on some recent videos that I've done, talked about how moving from Pisces energy into the Aquarian, and the Aquarian isn't water waves, it's air waves. In other words, what's coming online is our ability to more strongly impact the world with our thought waves, our feelings, and our words. All that energy here. It's like the waves that we send out into the world. And it's really important to be aware of what we're sending out into the world right now. Like I said, there's a lot of things bubbling to the surface negatively that are going to be burned off. And I kind of went down the rabbit hole about a week and a half ago, seeing all these negative things. Hey, Karen. Looking at some of these negative things that are happening. And it's easy to get caught up in that. So I had to pull myself back out and then just focus on the positive. And, we are who we've been waiting for. We have the ability, all of us, to anchor in light and energy. And I really do see that, the past 15 years especially, 15 to 20 years of my kind of the awakening process, gaining awareness and understanding is like perfect for now. This really makes sense. And I did a talk about 2 nights ago, and there were some people saying, yeah, everything that I've been doing up until now makes sense because we're here to hold the energy. We're here to keep the energy positive. So I imagine everybody that's focusing on the positive, you can call yourself a light worker, a star seed, whatever you want to call yourself. It's like you're putting a push pin into the planet of light. And if there's enough of us, which there are, we create this network around the planet. It's like the light net, or what I call the inner net, not the internet. Internet's kind of an interesting word, internet, like getting caught in a web. But the internet, the space right here in your heart, where that when you're in that space and you and I'm in that space and me, we are absolutely one. We're directly connected to source. So the old chakra system way was to go up to connect to God or source, go down to connect to earth. But you know what? There's one source, and it's the heart. And when you can really get deep into that space, you are one with that. And what happens is you think about the 7 chakra centers or energy centers. When you're really in touch with that, all of your thoughts are full of love and light. All of your visuals are full of love and light. Your words are full of love and light. Your passion, your intent, your emotions, and your actions. And that's what we're being asked to step into, is stepping into that energy where we are loving expressions in all those spectrums. And right now, a lot of that's being burned off. Personally, I've been up and down too, so I've been having kind of in the fire, burning stuff off as we've gone through the last couple of weeks. And as we go through this process, what's happening is those negative things are being burned off individually and collectively. So we're just going to go through a couple of steps to anchor ourselves to source and to hold that energy for what's happening around the planet, to be like a stabilizing agent for what's going on. So the first thing we're going to do is going to reach up and rub your temples. Interestingly enough, when you touch this area, it's your temple, right? Okay. The sphenoid bone is right there, connects to all of the senses, and your pituitary sits inside of it. And I believe that is the Ark of the Covenant. 100% the Ark of the Covenant. So when you touch here, you really are touching the temple area, which is your limbic brain. And this is where we connect to Source, God, mentally. So rubbing this area here, it's the gallbladder meridian for you Chinese medicine people out there. Gallbladder 1 on the temple. You can rub or tap and then take your fingers and just rake off the side of your head. And then shake your hands out a second. It's going to do that a couple of times because what we're doing is we're clearing out the emotional brain so that whenever we set inside our heart, whatever we add our words to, our visuals to, and our thoughts, our visuals, and our words to is much more strongly impacting in the world. So first we got to clear out the temple, right? So rubbing the temples again, tapping, and then raking across the sides of the head, clearing out any negative emotions in your head, just clearing that mental area. One more time, tapping the sides of the head, and then sweep off the head, shake your hands out. So that's clearing out the temple. And now I want you just to close your eyes a moment and focus inwardly to the center of your head, the pituitary pineal area. And I want you just to imagine that there's light pouring in from above your head into your brain, illuminating your brain. Good. Now bring your attention down to your heart. And we're just going to tap the center of the chest. This is where the thymus is an endocrine gland. It's in charge of your immune system. And your immune system is really yourself. It's your I am. The first two letters of immune is I and M. So it's I am. Whenever you have a strong sense of self, you have a strong immune system. So tapping the center of your chest. Breathing deeply. Breathing is extremely important. Tapping the thymus area. Breathing in and out. Okay, now we're going to go over, I went over some different meridians yesterday, so today we're going to do it a little differently. So underneath your armpit, for ladies, it's right where the underwire hits on the side. This is a spleen meridian. And spleen is governed by the earth element, and it has to do with worry and stress. So rubbing that area underneath the armpit, just where the underwire hits for females, you're just going to say to yourself, or aloud if you can, if there's no one around, I am relaxed, calm, and present. I am relaxed, calm, and present. You can tap that area or you can rub it. I am relaxed, calm, and present. Now let's do the other side. I am relaxed, calm, and present. I am relaxed, calm, and present. Now we're going to tap the center of the forehead and the center of the chest. These are meridian points, the governing and the conceptual. And tapping these two areas, I only have love, light, and understanding in my heart and mind. I only have love, light, and understanding in my mind and heart. I choose to be a channel of love, light, and understanding at this time. Great. All right, next we're going to focus into the heart area. So a lot of you that are watching have heard of the Merkaba or the Star of David. Well, at the core of the Merkaba, I don't have any my little models here, but in the center of the Merkaba is an octahedron. It's a four-sided pyramid pointing up and a four-sided pyramid pointing down. And it's one of the Platonic sonnets, Platonic solids. Plato, way back in the day, identified 5 Platonic solids. And what's interesting is they really do fit with molecular structure of things, like the water element, the icosahedron. It perfectly fits. But we're going to focus on that octahedron. It's like a diamond in the center of your chest, and that's where the Merkaba comes out. So the octahedron is really the center of your heart. So focusing here for a moment, I want you just to imagine that in the center of your chest, in the center of your being, that there's a little diamond and it's spinning in whatever direction you feel drawn to. And just give it some energy to really spin. Again, that's that namaste space in the heart. When I'm in that space in me and you're in that space in you, we are one. We're directly connected to source. It's like a portal. It's like we are there. There is no separation. What's interesting to me, whether you look at the Bible metaphorically or literally, in the beginning, we were in conscious connection to Creator, to Source. We knew it, we felt it, we tasted it, it was all around us. That space is here, and it never went anywhere because the Garden of Eden is the planet. Every step you take, you're in the garden. So to think that we're out of the garden or got kicked out is a misperception. So it's about clearing all this negativity individually and on the planet right now that's happening so that we can get back to being the divinity that we were created with. We're divinely designed and divinely created. Stepping back into that divinity and realizing that we are in a beautiful divine place. In the center of your heart, I want you to visualize anything that you're wanting to create. When all of this is over, even right now, what do you want to see happening in the world? Visualize it in your own mind. Give it words. Structure it. And remember to put yourself in it. Like, what are you doing? There's a lot of people changing during this time period. A lot of people that I've heard from are like deciding to change their careers and everything. It's like a lot of things happening. So where do you fit in it? What do you see happening in the new world? Focusing inside that diamond. Imagine you're a little bitty you inside that diamond, inside your heart. Directly touching and connecting to Source. Visualizing what you choose to see. And where are you in it? Where are you in this new world? And what does the new world look like? The old way of creating was that the law of attraction is we brought it to us. I totally see a perceptual change around that. We're not bringing reality to us by the law of attraction. Hey, Julie, we are actually pulling it through us. So I'm tapping into Source. I'm focusing on what I choose to create. And then I'm pulling it and radiating it out from my heart. I'm not pulling it to me. It's coming through me. And each one of us, if every one of us do that, then we are birthing the new world. Every one of us can be a midwife and hold that energy as the new world is birthed. Because that's what's happening right now. Old world energy is burning off, and the new world energy is being implanted and grounded and rooted here. So visualize what you want to see in the new world. Where do you fit into it? Spinning that energy inside your heart, touching Source. And in a minute, I'm going to have you spiral that out from your heart in all directions. And imagine that Source energy, God, whatever word you choose to give for the life-giving and life-sustaining force, whatever you give that name, that's okay. It doesn't matter to me. You're tapping into what is life-giving and life-sustaining. Everything else is false. Corona is not a true thing. It is a false creation because it has nothing to propagate it. The only way negativity is propagated is it has to be planted and everybody else, individual people, spread it. Because it has no power. There's only one true source, and that source is life-giving and life-sustaining. Anything that is not that is not of light, not of love, and definitely is not a truth because it's not plugged into source. It has no power. So we're birthing this new world and letting it come through us. We're being active in this new phase, whether you want to call yourself a light worker, like a white blood cell in the body of the earth, focusing on that thing that you want to create in your world. Where do you fit into it? What's happening? See the positive happening all around. Taking a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, I want you to imagine this energy that you've been focusing on is now being sent out in all directions from your heart space. Almost like the galaxy spinning around the center of your heart. Like a drop of water as it ripples out, you're sending these waves out into the world, anchoring light. You're a push pin, a light worker holding the light of the new planet, the new earth, because one really is being birthed right now. Holding that energy, anchoring it in, and remembering to hold your thoughts full of love and light. Yeah, you can see what's happening in the world and it may be negative, but then turn it into light and love. Always be broadcasting your thoughts in love, your visuals in love, and your words. And of course that carries on through your emotions and your actions. But most definitely at this time period, holding positive thoughts, holding positive visuals, and only sharing forward positive words. Great. We're going to keep doing this until this is all past. We're going to keep grounding this energy. I thank y'all for showing up and being a part of this, because it is us that is bringing the new energy and anchoring it into the world. We are the ones we've been waiting for, the ones that are aware and conscious. This is the time to be active. We need light when it's most dark. That's when you need light, when it's dark. So this is the time period we're being asked to be activated. So thank you all for showing up. Peace, and I'll be doing this again tomorrow. And keep doing it throughout the day and throughout your week. Remember to plug in. Thank you, Deborah, Josie, Dawn. All right, I'm going to sign off. Y'all stay positive and know that whatever we hold in here can show up here. Keep your heart and your mind positive, and the world is going to change. Negativity will just be obliterated. Peace. Thank you, Julie.